Two old people on the couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. It is Midweek Wednesday, and we are glad that you're here and ready to do the show. I'm beginning to think that Karen isn't ever going to come back to work.
No.
Until, like,
no, it's still
summer.
Snow. We got more snow.
Yeah, we got more snow.
You know, well, she's out of water.
Mm-hmm.
We're out here in Studio Z.
Here in Studio Z, we have no water.
And we already explained on your show why it's named Studio Z, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because we are the worst YouTube.
They picked
channel.
A, B, and so on for the better YouTube shows.
Yeah, and we are the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, yeah. And people that have maybe hundreds of thousands of subscribers,
yes,
they're like A's and B's and stuff.
Yes.
And then it just works on down to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so, furry friends.
Ooh, it's a good furry friend.
Furry friends, let's all get to those furry friends.
All right, this one's sent in by our friend David. And he has his own website. I'm so old. YouTube channel. The Hood's Custom Shop. And first, let me get to his buddy first, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about his YouTube channel. Okay, it is Abby Paws, named after Abby on NCIS. She loves pettings, back scratches, table scraps, escapes into the front yard, and of course being held like a baby.
Yes.
She also the boss of the other pets in the house. She's like, look, the wrangler. Or
No.
The commander.
The head of the
whatever. Yeah. You know, the cats start coming around and probably goes, this is my couch. You know.
Yeah.
But it looks like the sweetest puppy. And look at him. For one thing, from everything that's set up above, David treats his dog like I treat my dog. He spoils that little puppy and that little puppy. But look at him looking up there and saying, "Oh," and so it's easy to spoil dogs when they give you that look right there, and they just and they keep you company while you're sitting on the couch. So thank you, David. Okay, so little bit more about David's
YouTube channel.
He does woodworking. Phenomenal woodworking. He lathes. He makes duck calls here lately, and he'll make his own epoxy resin deals. He's a master with a chainsaw.
Yes.
He has his own sawmill, and he's making a trailer for it so he can take it other places. And he sawmills lumber down, and then he also has one of those wood etching machines.
Yes.
That cut patterns in wood. So if anybody needs a sign, for their store or something like that, a nice wood custom sign, he does it. And he does coasters, you name it. If it's in wood, he'll put it in there. I don't know where Debbie's going, but he'll put all that in there for you. So that was bizarre. Oh, she's probably getting you an example.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah. Holy cow, that was a good call. I'm like, she had to go to the bathroom. She just took off. Okay.
Well, I can't because we have no water.
Yeah,
this is
hold it back a little bit so it's more in focus. Right there.
Okay, this is from
the meet and greet.
And this is the Crockers.
Yep.
They're probably backwards, but that's okay. Leave Her Wild.
Yep.
This is just a Jeep.
Yeah, anything. You send him the
and Sawyer's Ridge Farms.
You send him a picture and he'll put it in. And these were just he does real fast and everything, but he makes big signs that are very
detailed.
Yeah, and then he'll put varnish them and stuff, and they look fantastic.
Yes. So
all right, and his duck calls are kind of cool here lately.
Yeah, they are.
Go check out his channel and all that good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and his link will be down below.
Down below.
Okay, so let's get to the news.
All right.
It's going to be all about weather.
All right.
Imagine that. Hopefully we can move on soon. All right, so North Carolina is bracing for an ice storm.
Okay.
as widespread power outages are expected.
Oh my goodness!
Like we know a lot about that
Ice storms are the worst. I mean, snowstorms are bad.
Mm-hmm.
This bone-chilling cold is bad, but ice storms are pretty.
They're
bad.
Bad.
Right, what else you got?
Bad. All right, so are Texas power grid issues a sign of things to come?
Yes.
Across the U.S.
Yeah.
And
yes.
All these things are geared toward Texas, but it's not only Texas. There's like 17 states that are being involved in all this winter weather right now. So
it's
more than Texas.
Yeah, it's the whole country.
Yes.
And there's like 17 states that are all
part of a grid.
So, and a lot of those states are being affected at the exact same time. Can I go?
Power companies need to get their acts together because they've let the CCs people come in and take over. Well, and that is no way to provide power for our country.
I know you, I tell stories. Can I tell you a really short story? Short story. You know Fred, my producer.
Yes.
For Grumpy Grandpa Patriot show. Now Fred, and he's like, yeah. Well, believe it or not, Fred used to work for a nuclear plant. Mm-hmm. And he was guy, and even though he liked his, something. He would sit there, and he was the guy behind the desk, and they would call him up on the loudspeaker and go, "Hey, Fred," and he'd wake up and he'd be like, "What?" They said the power's getting low. Okay. The power's getting low. We need more juice. And he worked at that nuclear plant, and he was the guy that would grab the knob, and just like on the movies, it would go. He'd gear it up, right? Mm-hmm. And the rods would drop into the water more. Yeah. And bam, there's more power. And we had these nuclear plants everywhere, and they just laughed at more power coming at them. They just handled them with no problem. And we had tons of natural gas and coal plants, and they did the same thing. They were just like, "Ooh, just start shoveling some more coal in it." I'm sure it was more coal in there. I'm sure it was like a conveyor belt, but and then natural gas. But these solar panels, they get covered with snow. Yeah, and then they're worthless. And here they are. They're just putting out power. They can't put out more power. They just put out what they have. That's it. Okay, that was my story. Okay. So then we have a tornado that 3 are dead and at least 50 homes are damaged in North Carolina. Oh, right before night storm. That was like yesterday. Holy cow. So that happened in the weather. All right. Tornadoes are bad too, along with ice. They are. They're the worst. Dallas-Fort Worth electric power outage may continue through Friday as more snow falls. And we had our second snowstorm last night. So that happened last night. So there's that. Okay. This is going to be my thing here. Okay. So this is from yesterday at 4:30 in the morning. And it says citywide El Reno, which is where we live, water outage caused by rolling blackouts. They turned off our city water power for our city water company and screwed our water. So, but in this article, it says services slowly restored. But we have no water, and it is the next afternoon. Yeah. So 24 hours after this, we still have no water, and something is wrong in Whoville. Let me tell you. They would just come out. They should tell the truth. We know things happen. Yes. I mean, it would be nice if the water just kept on running. It would Things happen. Okay, so OG&E cut the power. Okay, well, backup generators. We still get water whenever the power's out here, and because they have backup generators, we still have water. So something must have happened to those probably. And on top of that, there's probably frozen lines or busted lines everywhere because it was minus 14 degrees. Yes. So just Mayor and everybody, just come out with an update that says, we're sorry. Just don't say. The generators didn't start in minus 14 degree weather. So the power went out. The generators didn't start. Then we found out whenever we got it back online that, we had busted lines over here and over here and over here. So guys, it might take days before you get water. Just tell us that. It might take days. No, they say, oh, we're back up. We're just catching up. By tonight, it'll be all good and going. Yeah. And still, I don't know how many people in El Reno have no power. So
no water.
And then call the National Guard and say, hey, people have to flush their toilets. They got to do dishes and stuff like that. Let's get some water buffaloes and set them sporadically through town so people can go and get water. We can't get water here. There's nowhere to get water.
And companies can't open because they don't have water, and you can't open a company without water.
And our leaders here in El Reno aren't saying, oh, well, they still have water maybe over here, so we got a spigot set up for you. You can come over here. Their Facebook page should just be littered, and their web page should be littered with information, but it's not. Yes. But that's okay. Because we're not mad that it happened.
No.
Just give us the information like adults. We can handle it.
Yeah, don't say it's coming back up by yesterday at 11 or 12.
Yeah,
or
3 hours to get back up, and we'll be good to go. That's what I was told.
It's just a matter of pressure, and the reason why we don't still have water is because we're using summertime water. I'm like, I can't be using summertime water levels because I have no water.
Well, and they can't be. People were dripping, right? Yeah. That's not the same as the whole town watering their grass and everything. So I'm not. Something's fishy. Just tell us what it is. That's all. We're not mad. We're and we know that bad things happen. Power goes out. These people work hard and meticulous to get it back. They're probably working really hard to get it going. But tell us about it. Keep us informed.
But we just drove by the power.
Well, that's just the power plant is probably fine. Yeah,
the water plant.
It's probably fine. They're probably out and about trying to figure out what's wrong. Something's wrong. Okay, whatever. Go on.
All right. So, Texas knew for years Power Grid was at risk, but did little about it. Unbelievable. I believe that.
Because they've been saying it.
I believe that they've actually probably just been wanting the revenue more than doing anything to upgrade their infrastructure.
Yeah.
Instead of using some of that money to keep the grid going, they've been just...
We've seen it in California.
Yeah. I am not California. I don't want to be California.
Yeah, well, we are now.
I don't want to be California.
And you got the AOCs and the Al Gores. First it was Al Gore. AOCs all playing you, saying, oh, we need green energy and everything. It'll be awesome. It'll be great. And it's not. It's not. And we've been saying that. All the conservatives saying, well, that would be fantastic. But only like 5% is being done by that until it gets good enough. I got a cough now. We got to get the fossil fuels, and Oklahoma is just polluted with it. So people, we said so.
Plus, I think all the windmills froze, so they can't.
All you youngins that are being taught in school that solar and wind is great. It is great, but it's not up to par yet to handle America's power needs. Until that happens, we have to get natural gas. We have to drill on those federal lands and everything.
Yeah, we have to have coal.
And the youngins are probably like, man, I can't do my
video games,
my Facebook and YouTube and my video games and all that. I feel lost without my ability to do that, and that's because you have no power. All
right. So this is true in Oklahoma too, but it says some Fort Worth area lakes and ponds are frozen, but stay off the ice. When ice freezes in Oklahoma in the south, it's still not frozen. You will fall through.
Yeah.
It's not like we're in Minnesota or Wisconsin, people. Don't go on the frozen water.
And from past experiences, it's a bad idea. Because whenever I was, in Boy Scouts and stuff like that, they didn't supervise us very well. You know, our parents used to just say, go, have fun, right? So did the Scout. We're going to go adventure in the woods. We said we go down to the lake. Ooh, it's frozen. But it was only frozen. There's water like about 2 foot out to it. So we would take logs and throw it out there. Boom, and it would go doosh, 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 doosh. It wouldn't break through. So we're like, hey, we could probably jump over that 2 foot onto the ice and play around there with the ice. So we did, right? But then as I'm walking back, my buddy, he goes running and he makes it and leaps and puts his pressure in. And whenever I went to do it, boom, straight in. But I was on the edge, luckily, not in the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
I was on the edge. I got out, ran like crazy so we could get back to, warmth or whatever. But I was into about here. I was freezing cold, and I was like...
That is cold.
Got up there. So that's my story.
Okay. So, Senator Scott on proposed minimum wage increase, killing millions of jobs is not common sense. So, yes. Yeah. Once you raise the minimum age, they're going to figure out how to do your job without a person being there.
Quisks, they're called.
Quist. You go, yes. So they won't need you anymore.
And then you go over and get your burger.
Even Walmart, I think, has plans to make those little people that go around shopping just done with conveyor belts. And then it'll just be a big thing that just does all with conveyor belts to do your shopping for you.
You might have like a robot. Maybe go up and it'll say, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Please give us your order."
Yeah, we're pushing those.
That's probably happening.
Okay. And then this is... to confirm what you said the other day, which it said the crash on I35 was inevitable caused by narrow lanes and concrete barriers, which is what you said.
Didn't I say that?
There was nowhere to go.
Boy, whenever they did those, I was like, this makes me feel like I'm in a construction zone that's dangerous. And how can emergency vehicles... I mean, they can park over here and climb over to get to you, but you're in this tunnel, but you can't, what did I say the other day? You can't dive over and get out of the way.
There's no place to
go. You just go, boom, right into the back of people. Mm-hmm. All right. So I was right. Okay.
So that's it. That's all for today.
I know. And Grumpy Grandpa will probably be putting one out tomorrow. I think I'm going to put out one that helps people go antiviral.
Okay, cool.
So
that'll be good.
Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show. We'll put that down below along with Hoods. Better go check out my buddy Hoods. Mm-hmm. I came across him and he was just doing miracles with chainsaws and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I like this guy. And he's a good person. Yeah. He's a very good I gravitated to him right away. And luckily he went to the meet and greet. Yes. And my buddy Eric went to the meet and greet from, we don't have his shirts on today. No. From Greenhorn, 1 acre. But those were like two guys I really hit it off with, and they both showed up at the meet and greet. And one was from Arizona. Yeah. I was like, this is awesome. And we had such a good time. May 22nd, there's going to be another one. Yeah. Everybody's invited. So we'll give you more information as it gets closer. As we get closer. All right. So we will see you back on Friday for weekly wrap up. And so until then, remember, do your own research and be prepared.